So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders, wherever you are in the world. Today's video, we're going to be talking about Forex sessions, the best sessions to trade currencies, which is on Forex currencies. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be looking at, is there a magical session for trading, best session to associate with each pair? That's the best session to execute trades on a particular pair. And some people trade the London breakout. Okay, so some people trade London breakout and hold longer. Why does it work out? Why is the London session so profitable, and why is the New York session so profitable as compared to the Asian session and the overlap of the Asian session and the London and the New York session? So we're going to look at that and we'll know if these statements are true or is it just a myth that is made up by traders. Okay, now the first thing I would like to clarify you on is there is no secret juice session. Okay, so far there's a structure the market is following. If it's going to hit up here, it doesn't matter the session, we'll still be looking for shorts down, as compared to just because it's an Asian session you expect the price to steadily just be running highs or doing whatever the fuck you think is going to be doing. So at the end of the day, sessions don't really matter that much. It is the currencies that matter, because different moves can happen on any session. You can hear people saying don't trade EU in the Asian session. I wouldn't also advise you to do that, but you can notice that during some Asian sessions, EU is extremely trending. Okay, and it's giving nice moves that if you put your strategy to the test there, it's gonna play out just fine and it's gonna work out as expected. Okay, so when you're looking at a pair like USD JPY, you should trade USD JPY either during the USD time or the Japanese time. Okay, so it's just like saying, okay, USD, you're gonna get 8 a.m. or 8:45 New York time. Okay, New York NY, and then JPY during the Japanese time. Check the time up. Okay, and then you should trade accordingly. You shouldn't just look at USD trade and USD JPY and then go trading in the London session. I mean, it's doable and it can work out. All I mean is that this forex pair is going to move a lot during its particular session time. So those are the most liquid times in the market for this particular pair. So it's not just like, okay, since this is USD JPY, you should just come on the London session, trade it, and then trade it the New York session. Once it gets to the Japanese time, you should not trade it. In short, it gets a lot of liquid moves. Now you can notice that UJ has been bullish for a long time, and I even called it out on my channel on the news. There was a news video I made that I said forex news meets technical analysis. Check that video. We talked about UJ being bullish. It is still bullish, and you can see the delivery higher and higher and higher. I don't remember exactly where I called it out, but I believe I can go back there. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, 1 hour time frame, and then we'll mark out. I believe it was around the supply and demand when I was talking about it. And then if you check it properly, go back to the video, you can check the date and time, everything there. Not to brag or whatever, we're just trying to show you what is possible with knowing your technical analysis a little bit more. Doesn't matter, doesn't mean we made money on that trade. I personally told you I was staying out of it. I wasn't looking forward to getting into any entry because I was busy trading the Euro USD. Okay, so now basically you can see the UJ pair. Most of the times when they run these highs, it is during the Asian session. You can see this box here. You can clearly see. Does this not look bullish, and does this look like any choppy price action? No, not at all. Now you can see once UJ is in this Asian time zone, you could easily see UJ is trending higher and higher on this zone. It comes to New York, give a bearish move to fake out, and then break structure once more to do most likely go higher. Okay, so when we play out the price, you can clearly see this demand zone here is met perfectly. If you're looking on lower time frame to get involved, I believe you should have gotten an entry or a break even, whatever, and you look for more trades. At the end of the day, you can clearly see that this price action has been bullish, will still be bullish. This was a back test I did on the other day, I think during New York session or whatever. This trade was not taken. So at the end of the day, you can see the kind of trades you can get into when you're anticipating moves on different time frames. Okay, perfect. Now you can see if we go on to Euro USD, it gets a lot of its moves during the New York time, and then the Europe time, the United Kingdom time, whatever, which is around 8 a.m. Okay, so now you can see, or 3 a.m. EST. Look at the time zone here. What time is this? I'm going to mark that out with a line. This is London session. Guess what happens? price is getting the most amount of moves. You can see during the Asian session, price wasn't really doing anything. It was just ranging around, wasn't really giving us a very impulsive move. Then towards Frankfurt, I believe, yes, during Frankfurt session, which is 7 a.m. UK time, you can clearly see the rally down. Then New York, then not New York, the London session, okay, yeah, during London time, okay, London session gave us this very bullish move here, and then at the end of the day, you can see what happened during New York. Let's go to New York, 8 o'clock. You can see New York what gave the rally higher before price sorry before price immediately what went lower. And what can I see when price gets back into the Asian session? You can clearly see what another consolidation. Fast forward to Frankfurt time, which is here. What can you see? Price is what most likely to what going higher and higher. Now fast forward that now to what the London session, 3 o'clock. 3. You can clearly see here continuing the bullish action, came down here before what rallying higher. So the major moves you can catch in this market is going to be during the London time and then what the New York time, based on the market we are trading. So we're not just doing it randomly. So if you are going to be trading GBP GPY, you should be trading it during the London session or the Japanese yen session, so on and so forth. Okay, so this is not like a guideline to say okay only trade during this time. I'm just saying the most liquid times of this currency is gonna be what during the session, its sessions. Okay, that's when you could get a lot of high risk reward trades, a lot of nice runners, and then you let your trade just play out. Okay, imagine you go buy from here, this zone here, you just let your trade run at the end of the day, because it's during a liquid session and you understand how to get involved on it. Or maybe you might have taken a sell to go down here, and at the end of the day to get out that break even where you might have secured some partial or profit. That's how a lot of people trade. So for those people trading London breakout, you can clearly see I don't trade it. I don't even know what it means. I know it's just like saying okay, the part of London that breaks out, you should what go with the direction. Now you can clearly see if you did that in this day's price action, you would have gotten away with a huge win. Okay, even taken to the next day and still going higher. Okay, you would have been on a nice profit. So that is basically what you should know about the sessions. Okay, so to recap on what I said, sessions are not just some random times that the market is gonna give you the most beautiful moves. It just means these are the liquid sessions of the time, and that's the time the market is gonna give you the more true move or bullish move or bearish move, the impulsive move. Okay, and where you can catch a lot of high risk to reward. So that's why the London session, a lot of people are concentrated and say okay, I only trade London session or I only trade New York session. Personally, I only trade the London session. Okay, New York session I rarely, these days I don't even put it in my trading plan, so I don't do it except a day I'm too busy, I wasn't able to trade during the London session. Then I could be looking forward to trading the New York session. Else I stay away from it. I stick to my trading plan and do what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so there is no magical, is there a magical session for trading? No, there's no session that if you just get in you buy or you sell. The sessions are just going to be liquid according to what the trade in pair you are using. Okay, so for example, if you are trading USD card, you should check the time zone of, I think, Canadian dollar. The time zone should be similar, so you should be looking for New York. Okay, NY, New York, trade during New York's times, and then you should see yourself developing a strategy. Okay, so you should also have a strategy. Subscribe if you want to see how to create a trading plan, which I'm going to be making a video on. Watch my video on news. I believe the title is news something. Forex news meets technical analysis, where I predicted the bullish move on UJ here, which has just been rallying higher and higher ever since. Okay, so I believe I can pull out a picture of the screenshot I took before this started going crazy. Pictures, or where do I normally keep it? Is in downloads. UJ, where is UJ? UJ, can you load for me? Yeah, you can clearly see at this time the price was at 138.983. You can check the time. I think it was, what was the time? Okay, it didn't capture the time, but you could easily refer to the time here I believe they stated the time here, or isn't it stated? Okay, yeah, you can see August 31st 2021, and you can even see the current time. Normally I'm using New York time, so you should check the time there and check what happens at price. So 138.983, I can basically see that the price has rallied crazily above there. You can see 138.983 around here. Let me mark that out, draw horizontal line. Let's edit it. Coordinates 983. You can basically see where price was, and then this was the New York, the Asian time that pushed this price higher and higher and higher to take our target, which was a particular high, which I stated out on the 1 hour time frame. I remember clearly saying that the news should have taken it, but at the end of the day, the news was not really that volatile. So at the end of the day, it didn't take it. Well, you can clearly see it has taken this high, which is also solidifying the fact of what I called the demand zone right here, which I say the demand zone was only absorbed. At the end of the day, I'm going to be teaching absorbed in-depthly, maybe a private video on my Telegram channel, which I'll be leaving the link in the description at the end of the day. So you could clearly see absorption and then continuation bullish to run the next high as the next point of liquidity. Watch my video on liquidity, learn more, elevate, and let's catch these pips. Okay, thanks for watching. If you're still watching up to this level, you're an OG, and that will be all for today. Thank you all. I love you all.